Hello, how are you? So good to be with you. I'm Rivkah French. This is my contemporary dance class, which is going to have influences from other styles. And I'd like to start just, of course, by thanking Dance Houston for making this amazing series possible for the dance community, not just here in Houston, but all over the world, and providing so much diversity in all of these styles. And I want to encourage you, if you haven't tried all of the classes so far, please go back and watch them all. I plan to do that and try every single amazing style that is being represented here. And so I wanted to just introduce myself, if you don't know who I am. My name is Rivkah French. I recently changed it from Rebecca about 9 months ago because I felt like it. And I have been making dance for about 20 years here in Houston. And I have drawn from lots of different influences. The main thing that really draws me, that really fuels and motivates me with my artistry is being theatrical, whether it's a dance on film, whether it's a live performance, whether it's text specific or in a theater. I really love an immersive experience for the audience. And so I've been, I have a compilation of some of my highlights of my work that I'd like to show, so you can see a representation of what I've done. So you'll play that. We're going to watch the first 3 minutes. The whole thing is 11 minutes long. So I encourage you, if you're interested, and free to go and
ferme les yeux. Je vais te dire ce que tu vois en ce moment. Tu es près d'une fenêtre, oui. Je vais te dire, tout est bleu. Je vais te dire, tout est bleu. Tout bleu, le ciel est bleu. Tout bleu, le ciel est bleu. Mer, papier peint, du sable, la ville. Mer, papier peint, du sable, la ville. Tout le monde bleuit sous le soleil. Tout le monde bleuit sous le soleil. Il y a beaucoup de jolies filles déjà toutes bleues. Il y a beaucoup de jolies filles déjà toutes bleues. Est-ce qu'il y a des mouettes sur la côte d'Azur? Est-ce qu'il y a des mouettes sur la côte d'Azur? Et toi, toute bleue. Et toi, tu me manques. De savoir quel point tu manques. Je voudrais te dire combien c'est inquiétant, mais rassurant de savoir quel point tu manques. Tu vois
That was just the first 3 minutes, so if you want to see the rest, go to my website or my YouTube or any number of places. And so that video was made in 2018, I believe. And throughout, as you probably already know about contemporary dance, it's kind of a blending of, it's like you put, you know, modern, ballet, jazz, hip hop, gymnastics, lots of dances from all over the world together into a blender, and we call it contemporary. That's how I think of it, and that's why I call myself a contemporary choreographer, because I'm so influenced by so many different things. And so, especially in the past 2 or 3 years, I've been really influenced and motivated and inspired by lots of world dance, like African and Asian styles. And so I've studied intensely with the Shenwei Dance Company. And Shenwei is a choreographer that he's world famous. He choreographed the Beijing Olympics. And he created a new style sort of around the time when Gaga started to get really popular. He created a new style of movement that I sort of think of as like soft grand kind of. And there's some really cool differences between that and what you get in modern dance. Like, for instance, like the head trails in one direction while your body's moving another, which is very different from what we're taught, you know. and then African dance and hip hop has been really motivating for me too. So I've put all those influences into my work a lot more recently. And so I'd like to just watch the very first minute of a 5-minute dance film that I recently completed called Concrete Flow. Did you want me to stop talking or start?
Pulling it up.
You what?
I'm pulling it up.
Okay, perfect. So it's called Concrete Flow. We're just gonna watch the first minute and we're gonna learn a little chunk of this first minute after we warm up. Here we go. All right, so we're gonna warm up. I'm trying to talk Andrea into doing it with me on the side over here so I don't have to dance alone. But I know that there are people who are enjoying this now and will enjoy it later. So let's get our bodies moving. We're gonna do some floor work, as per usual with modern/contemporary movement. We're gonna start, and I'm not gonna say right or left because I know that that will throw you and me both off. We're gonna start with this foot tucked under and this foot flat, and you're sitting on your back heel. Yeah, so we're sitting up nice and tall. You're gonna let your head lead, and you're gonna just slide to the floor and find your lovely X position. And use the rest of that 8 to do a couple of heel rocks, allowing the low back to relax into the floor, engaging your abdominals. And then we're gonna take our fingers and toes together, classic fetal position to the front, and then open back up. And then I want you to try a different kind of feel. So instead of fingers and toes coming together, I want you to let the hip really lead, so you're gonna let everything else trail behind. This is more of a Shenwei style of fetal contraction. So it's not bad technique. It's actually the same way that you can do a plie, like this, or like this, or like this. It's the same idea of you can have different parts of our body motivate the movement and lead the movement. Yeah. So we did our first fetal, fingers and toes, contract, Pull it back to your X. Second fetal, hip leads you, head is left. And then a big juicy banana. We all love these. Stretch out your front. And then actually don't bring it in. We're gonna do something really hard. You're gonna keep this shape and roll to the other side. Hello, abdominals and back muscles. So if that's just not where you're at right now, if you're not warmed up enough for that or don't feel strong enough, you can totally just do lower and switch. Yeah, modify this for you. It's your body, it's your class, it's your journey. I'm merely a guide on your journey. So from here, we're going to contract in abdominals and then just push into the floor. Come in, reach the head forward and the arms forward, and then come back to your back. And then this is the last little chunk. You're going to bring your knees in, slide the legs out, let the bones be heavy. So feel that heaviness, and then reach forward. And then we're going to make this a progression. So the second time you do it, you're going to lift your hips up and reach forward. Maybe try to get your butt off the floor because you know where this is going. Now you're going to touch your toes to the back and come all the way up. I did it, Mom. And then lower and lift up and then lower back to the floor with the other foot down and then repeat the whole thing. So let's go through that side. We go head leads to the floor and heel rock it out. Take a fetal to the front, open it. It's nice and slow like this. Hip leads, head is left, Raya, and over. Bring it in, reach it forward, come back to the floor. Knees in and down. Reach, knees in and out. Forward, get that head forward. That's the thing that's going to get you up off the floor with no hands. But if you can't, if you're just not there, you're not warmed up, whatever, your body doesn't work that way. I've had plenty of people tell me, like, my spine just isn't that flexible or whatever. If you can't come forward using the weight of your head, then just use your hands. Like literally, you can do this with one hand or two hands. Or if you're really like not feeling it, you can do that. Like just make it work for you, okay? That's what life is all about. So let's do the whole thing. I know that you probably don't know it yet, but you can always go back and do it over and over. We'll just do it right, left, and then continue. So here we are. I mean left, right for you, whatever. Yeah, music. Music is good. We'll stretch a little bit after this too. If the music has to work. And we go. 5, 6, 7 to the side. To the side. 2, 3, 4. Heel rock. Lengthen that spine out. Fingers and toes together. Reach the fingers and toes. Now the hips lead. Banana. Over the top. Good job. Reach forward. And twist. Here we go. This side. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're going to do it one more time right now because I messed one little part up and just because it's really fun. Ready? Here we go. In the front. Flex your feet too, that feels good. Bring it in, and forward. Let's stay here and let's put that right in. Cross it over. We're going to see what shuffle gives us. It might be a good, slow, stretchy song. It might be a fast one. This will work. So we're just going to stretch. If you are not warmed up enough for this kind of stuff, then modify. Always modify. Stand down. Other leg. Turn it out. Cross it over. We're going to stretch forward bend. And up. And stay down. One to the right. And then we'll take a pigeon on each side and then stand up. Pigeon is very good. Sometimes I like to turn the back foot if it's a little bit more stretched out. Bring it around. Find a twist in there. Try for a little balance. You can do it. Let's come to a downward dog. Really press those heels down into the floor. Love it. Yay. Okay. Sure. Yeah, sorry about messing up that first one. I just came up with that combo like today, and I was really excited about it. But yeah, so just do the second version that I did, the correct version, please, when you go back and redo this class. So we're gonna do some tendus, good old-fashioned tendus with a twist. So we're gonna start with our arms out to the side and in first position, whatever your comfy first is, and you're going to point, lower the heel, turn the heel. So this movement is not coming from the heel, it's coming from the core and the hips. So turn the heel and everything else just responds, coming from the hip. And then bring it back, and then you're gonna shift forward, shift back, and then both knees bend, point, close. Take that to the side. Tendu side, drop the heel and the arms, and then from the hip, bring it back, go side, other side, center, touch, and close. To the back, same thing. It's always weirder. To the back, but we know this. It's what we signed up for as dancers. And one more time to the side. Just get sassy with it. It's fun. It's Shenwei style, and sometimes I call him Fussy Baby. Like some of his stuff is just real fussy, and I love it. And so then this is a hip leading tendu. It's going to be really, not a tendu, it's a rondejump. I haven't been to ballet in months, you guys. Have you? So you're gonna go back and forward, really letting that hip just go on a journey, on a fun little thrill ride. We're gonna do 2 of those, and then we're gonna take some arms and just a little plie. And the arms go, they cross each other, and they open, and then they close. They do a fun little figure 8, and then they come up. So those arms again are open, in, figure 8, up. Feel free to modify that however you want. You could do a grand plie with that if you're gangsta. I don't know. That sounds really hard, but it is doable. I'm just not gonna ever do that again. And then we'll do the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not as fast. Fun, fun, fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure you really straighten that other knee, and then you get to bend both. Yeah. To the back. Bum, 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 bum. Side again, and then we take our fun free your hip rond de jambe journey. Do 2 of those. They're nice and slow. Let your arms be free to do whatever they want. They can go on their own little ride. And then we take our arms around. Then we'll take it into some brush falls. But I want to talk about those before we do them. So let's do the tendus. Waist. Capiche? What is the name of this song? Please take a water break while I find the name of this song. Please. Alright, starting in your first position. Arms out, and we go. Lower, forward, back, center, point, close. Find that technique, and then throw it away. And in, up, go. Do this side. Rond de jambe. Free that hip. And let your foot do whatever it wants there to. Around. Other side. Low. Here. Last one. Rond de jambe. And arm. Awesome. Good job. I'm gonna assume you nailed it. And now we're gonna take some brush balls. So from here, everybody, most of you know what a brush ball is, right? So we're gonna take that with a twist. Your first one is normal. Brush, you can either do torso or not. I prefer not to because we're about to do something crazy with the torso, which feels great, but I wanna just keep everything really centered and placed for this first one. And then you're gonna pick your foot up, and then you're gonna get as long as you possibly can and rotate that hip in and fall onto a turned in leg. So we went turned out, regular brush ball, bend the front knee, keep the back leg straight, and then rotate everything in, get really, really long, resist, and then you're gonna drop over the front knee. And then you're gonna try to get back on this standing leg enough to do an envelope. Miss you, ballet. Just kidding, I don't. So that was your first side. So then you brush, you fall, You reach, you resist, you turn and you fall. You find your leg, you embody. Yeah, same thing to the back. Actually, no, completely different to the back. Brush and normal one. And then this leg turns in, and you do not put any weight on it. You just turn it in and tombe over the front leg. Yeah? And then find that embody if and when you can. Same thing, side. Ba-da-da, ba-da. So the point of this is to find your length and find your rotation. Turning in, turning out, all those technical things that we know and that we want to manipulate to create new kinds of movement, because nobody wants to just be stagnant. And if you're a dancer, if you're a choreographer, I encourage you to make choices as often as you can. When you're taking class, when you're making new work, of course, that's just part of the course. But as a dancer, even if you don't choreograph, make choices in class. Just like when we learn the combo in a minute, you'll have lots of opportunity for that. So same thing on the left. Oh, actually, before we do left, we'll finish side, and then instead of doing our rond de jambes à terre and our arm circle in a plie, we're going to just build on that and go rond de jambe en l'air with a flexed, sickled, pointed, whatever foot you want. We'll do 2 of those, and then we'll do a 6-step. So a modern dance, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll say what those directions are. Side, back, back, side, front, front. Basically staying in plie the whole time in the 6-step and pointing those feet if you want to. And so then we'll just tack those arms onto that, which goes yeah, and then we'll start the other side with the brush and the fall and the reach and the fall. And then turn it back out and find your embody. Yeah, cool. Same music, same tempo. And I'm excited to see if anybody has questions. I kind of don't want to stop the flow of the class. So, yeah, so Andrew's just going to let me know. And we'll also have a little question and answer at the end anyway. So here we go. And brush, off. Breathe. This is your longest moment. And brush. Reach. Coming up. Lift that knee. Here we go. Back. Don't put weight on my foot. Lift that knee. Side again. Lift that knee. Good. Release the hip. Sit down front of us. And 6 steps. Other side. And breathe. Back on that leg. Breathe. Over the front. One more side, brush. Hope you're having fun with this. You should feel giant. Lift that hip. Good. 6 steps. Awesome. Let's just stay. Lift the heels. Last thing before we learn the combo, the phrase, is we're gonna improv. Because what would a contemporary class be without that? I would like to guide you through a little improv with different body parts leading. However, I think we should take a water break for like 1 minute, because those brush balls might have gotten you winded So 1 minute, come back after you get some water. You can get some water. Are there bottles? I don't know so much in there.
It's in the cooler.
Here? Here. Okay. Right. Oh, yeah, no problem. Fine. Hello. I think we're back. Yeah, so we're just gonna improv and play. And I'd like to start with just leading with we're gonna start from the top and go down. So leading with the head. And it doesn't have to be the top of the head. Maybe you wanna start there. Maybe you can transfer that to your forehead leading. And then maybe the back of your head. And just move you through space. So really feel like there's almost like a string, and that can like infuse your movement. And then let's take it down to the nose. What happens when your nose is motivating your dance? Maybe it's about what it smells. And then let's take it to the sternum. Let your sternum lead you. It doesn't have to always move forward in space. Sometimes the sternum moves side to back. And everything else just is reacting to the lead of the sternum. And let's take it to the belly button. Play with your belly button. Like, what would it have to say if it did a dance? You know, it's been through some stuff. It's seen some things. It served a very important function. It doesn't get a lot of credit. It wants to be the star sometimes, right? And then let's take it to the tailbone. So let your tailbone do a little dance, and everything else is just along for the ride. What different styles have you been experiencing, either just these past few days or over your dance career, that you can invite in to infuse this movement? So you're not just dancing from the tailbone, but maybe you're dancing from your ancestors. Let's take it to the inside of your knees. What happens when they lead the show? And none of this has to be good. This is concert quality dancing or playing or exploring. This is what where creation comes from. Is not judging what you're coming up with, just allowing. So let's take it to the outside of your feet. Toes outside of your feet. Hands. Awesome. Cool, we can do this all day. But let's learn a combo. So it's nice and, it's chill. That's a good word for it. It's chill, it's short, it's sweet. Very Rivkah French. Okay, so it's from Concrete Flow, and it's the little solo that I did in the first minute that you watched. And it's again influenced by the Asian and the African dance I've been studying, which is the direction that I'm going with my choreography. So we start legs apart, just in a relaxed second, either parallel or slightly turned out if you want to be. And you're going to imagine, like, take a contraction and imagine that you're about to hold something in both hands. And it's kind of heavy, and your elbow goes into your side, so you just contract over. Oh, also themes of this piece are tightening contraction versus length, and flow versus sharp. So just playing with those themes, and of course, make it yours, have fun with it. Modify the movement any way you want. If you're like, I think I'd rather my arms be like this, do your arms like that. No one's gonna care or get you in trouble. But please send me a video if you do learn this and like doing it, and you want to send a video of you interpreting it. I would love that. Like, post it on my Facebook page or send it to me on Instagram, wherever. That'd be awesome. Okay, so contract. And this one turns out more if it's not already. So you're here, yeah. We started, and then that same hip rondejambe that we did earlier, we're gonna do that with an arm. So you're here, bam, contract it over, arm and leg together, come forward to the side, and then this hand comes up. So, bam, back, this arm sweeps over, and then it comes down to be under the other hand. And then you're gonna take a little hook. So, it's kind of low, sharp. Yeah, there's that theme. Yeah? And then you're going to, this is what your arms do. They go up, up, elbow, swipe. Yeah? Up, up, elbow, swipe. And what your body does, do that one more time. Up, up, elbow, swipe. What your body does is it just reaches, you look away from the hand, and then that pulls your gaze over here. And then as you swipe, this is what actually turns you. Your feet come together and you turn only to this corner. Yeah. So we're here from the beginning. One, on the jump, back, and poke, and reach, elbow in, swipe. It's only 3/4 of a turn. You're good. And then sharp. So that was flow, sharp. Yeah. Again, and this actually happens on count 8. So 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's actually on 4, 5, 6, 7. This is on 8. Yeah, keep going. I'll take that as a yes. And then back. So you were very upright, and now you're very diagonal. That leg goes behind you. And then you're just gonna sort of compass it around. Bump, bump, bump. Keeping your head this way. And then you're gonna bring it down this way. Yeah, that's like over halfway. So let's do that much with music. Yeah. Let's do it a couple more times without music, just so we can get the tempo up a little bit, because it's a little fast. It's brisk. So we're here. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Again, like 2 more times, and then we'll try the music. Ready? 5, 6, 7, we go. 1, 2, 3, hit. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Again. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you're late, it's okay. 1, 2, and 3 over 4. Avec musique. That means the music. Here we go. No más. Are there any questions? Just like 2 more movements. Pretty chill and short. Yeah. So what we've done so far is a lot of flow, a lot of sharp, a lot of length. So find those moments of length and contraction when you find them, and sharpness, and try to accentuate that as you get more comfortable doing it. All the qualities and all of your own individual style as well, of course. So we were just here in our diagonal, and then we tapped it around. We come to this side, and then we're just gonna this is like your deepest contraction, like there's literally just like a fist churning in your stomach. And then your elbows are gonna come up here. You're gonna place your hands on the floor. If you remember, you can turn this foot out for good technique or whatever. And then come to a little penché situation. And then make sure you bend this knee to give yourself a break as you come up. And then you bend this knee, and then this is like a big, billowy, beautiful, leaf blowing in the wind moment where you should just feel pretty. Like, just let yourself, let it happen. Feel the beauty of that. Yeah, so let's go back to, we were here, and then we go around, tap, tap, and then head goes side. Deep contraction as you kind of like circle these arms, so it should feel sort of doll-like here. Place your hands on the floor, shoot that leg up as high as you can, bend this knee, bend this knee, bring it around, and your head stays that way as your leg carries you that way for the sort of the long, breathy quality of that. Yeah, and then you go join your friends and dance in front of murals with them and lift them, and then they lift you, and it's super fun, which you'll see in a few minutes when we watch the rest of the video. So, all that with music. I think we should try it. Can't hurt. Okay. Oh, and if anybody's curious about the music, this song is called Lust Drunk. It's by Sebastian Paul. I did edit it and remove out the lyrics because they were dirty. And the project was funded by the city from 2 places that were like, would not have appreciated that. And I also just, a lot of times when I choreograph, I don't like lyrics. I feel like the dance is telling the story. And so in this case, it was like the dance, the murals, the effects. It's a lot to pay attention to and to absorb. So I definitely didn't want lyrics in this particular piece. And then in the dance film, the second song is called Tree, and it's by Louis Vuitton. And if anybody cares about the songs I played for the warm-up, I'd be happy to share that through song playlist with you as well. Yeah, here we go, let's just do it. Let's just smash it. One more time, and then we'll watch the end of Concrete Flow. And make it your best. Make it your most fun, most most interpretive. Super cool. So we're going to watch Concrete Flow, and we're going to stretch if you want to stretch while you're doing it, but I won't talk over it. Yeah, so just do your own stretch, but I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the dance film Concrete Flow. I want to definitely thank the dancers that participated in that